Well, excuse me, HGTV. Funny I didn't see you there. Come on in to my very happy, very maximalist home. My name is Isabel Ladd. I'm an interior designer based in Lexington, Kentucky, but I'm originally from Brazil. I have a full-service interior design studio here in Lexington, but I have projects all around the United States, really wherever a plane will take me. So I added this red runner. It used to be sisal and very neutral, but I am more va-va-voom, so I literally rolled out the red carpet. And here we are in my bedroom. This is one of the most special places in my home. In design, we're often told that bedrooms need to be calm and soothing and relaxing. And so I had been decorating with very beige, neutral colors, soft blues. And though that's totally fine for some who need to like relax, I wanted something more. I wanted just a jolt of energy when I wake up in the morning. So I love a juxtaposition of traditional and modern. And here in the bed, you can see that this is a 4-post bed, which is traditional historically, but there's like a lot of modernness in the headboard detail, in this fantastic neon red color. And there's also a lot of traditional moments here in the window treatments. So like just this idea of like a valance and window treatments and shades, there's a lot of layers here. And so that's just very, very full and layered and textured, which is a more traditional element. But I always like to punch something up. And so that's where I chose this velvet trim, just because velvet and this bright yellow is just like a burst. I love a tiger velvet. It is one of my signature design moves. I sometimes reference myself like a designer serial killer because a serial killer like always leaves a touch of wherever they were to say like, I was here. And that is what tiger velvet is to me. It's just a touch to say, Isabel was here. Now I'm going to take you to one of my favorite rooms in my entire house, which is my happy place, my closet. Look at how I have bedazzled her from ceiling to dresses and everywhere in between. I love this wallpaper so much that I put it on the fronts of the cabinets, on the ceiling, on the door. Look at this rickrack hardware that's just so fun. And really the only neutral in my entire house is this leopard cape. And here is my glorious loo. So I started with this wallpaper because it reminds me of my grandmother, and I just love this like granny chic vibe of the trellis and these historic flowers. But because I always love tension in design, I selected this neon red color for the cabinets. And because cabinet doors are just like normal, I added this sink skirt. So this is easy. This is just getting some fabric and putting it on a rod and adding some fun trim. And so it has the same function of like hiding things and yet being easy to operate, but it's just more special. I have this thing with hands, and so these are fun little bits of hardware where we can like hang a towel. I could have gotten the same hand handles, but instead I just chose 2 different ones because it's just more fun that way. I want it all. So here we are in the TV room. This is a room that has undergone so many different evolutions. It actually started off as a formal dining room. And then I realized we're not formal dining room people, we are TV watching people. I wanted to feel so cozy and just being enveloped in pattern and color and just in like rich textiles. And now a moment for what I call design camo. Notice anything peculiar here? So I sew, and I love to sew outfits that I make from leftover fabrics from like a sofa or curtains, or in this case, a big old pillow. So I call this design camo because it's cheeky and fun, and me. So here we are at my screen porch, which really is my favorite room of this house. So much happens here, from dining to arts and crafts, and it was such a cool space to design. So for instance, instead of just going with regular rails and spindles that you're used to seeing, I designed these motifs here and I had them custom cut. And so it not only serves as a really cool design choice for the railing, but by adding this piece here, it's also like a privacy panel. So this fantastic mural on this floor really started this entire design scheme here. I was inspired by a vintage Suzani textile when I was traveling in Morocco, and I gathered elements from that textile and designed them here on this floor. And so here we have not one floor mural, but two, because there's so much pattern that I want it all. So what I did here for these floor spaces to meld is I pulled colors that are found in this floor mural. I pulled the blues and the greens here. I also changed the scale a lot. So here we've got like a very dense, organized pattern, and here we've got a looser, more fluid pattern with a lot more negative space. So it really is about opposites and that tension and that juxtaposition. And now I'm going to take you to my backyard oasis. So here's the Cabana. It's our outdoor living room. So I built this garage and then realized that the back of a garage is just the back of a garage. And so to va-va-voom it, we just poured some concrete here, threw this roof up together, and now it's just like, you know, a pool house, an outdoor living space. We watch TV either from here or from the pool. We just do so much living here. So a fun fact here in the Cabana is that I designed this coffee table. I am very scrappy, queen green, don't throw anything away. So I had these pieces of stone. They were fragments left over from a countertop that I designed. And, you know, oh, people always ask me about my arms. How do I get good arms without exercising? It's like this kind of stuff. So this is a tabletop that I can actually flip it in different orientations by moving the top and the base. So it's like Tetris. It's a Tetris coffee table. So now I'm taking you to the cocktail pool, which is the creme de la creme of this backyard, the crown jewel. So I designed this petite little cocktail pool just so it could be in balance to the backyard. I didn't want a pool that ate up too much space, and it's just so cute. She's warm, she's salty, she comes up to about right here. I had these visions of just like sitting on the ledge, drinking my cocktail, and then my kids burrowing in this basketball hoop. So a little high-low moment there. Now follow me as we head inside. So here we are in my kitchen. It is my favorite kitchen in the entire world, and it's all mine. So when I first designed this house, it was years ago, maybe 10, 12 years ago. And I designed this kitchen completely white. White walls, white cabinet, white countertop. In time, I gained some design confidence, and I made this space an absolute reflection of me and all of my favorite things. The white cabinets, I painted this marigold color because yellow is my favorite color. I wallpapered the walls instead of backsplash. I actually went with wallpaper because I could just get more pattern doing so. And of course, the ceiling is the fifth wall, so I wasn't going to neglect that. So I papered that in addition to everything else. Ooh, and now a few fun facts about all the hardware I have going on here in my kitchen. When I design for clients, I am always measuring and trying to do everything like exactly so. When it comes to my own house, anything goes. I fly by the seat of my pants. So I received these knobs. They were a little too small. So all I did is I ordered these back plates. They're acrylic and hand-painted tortoise. And so by layering the back plate behind these knobs, it just like took up more space in the cabinets, and taking up space is like what I do and what I love. Oh, and I love a little tassel moment. So when in doubt, I betassel things like hardware. Now let me show you a very statement piece of this kitchen, which is this glorious reeded island. So I choose to incorporate wood just to bring some balance and some more organic materials to the kitchen. And then instead of adding just a regular countertop that was like solid or just more basic, I chose this countertop, which has all of these beautiful colors of some purples, there's some greens. If I had gone with a countertop that was just like more plain and subtle, to me, your eye would have just rested on that. It would have landed on that and it would have been like very stark. And one of my design philosophies is that the eye must travel. And what I mean by that is I want you to walk into a space and I want your eye not to settle in one place, but to keep on going. Oh my gosh, this is so cool, and this is so cool, and then this, and then da 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 da. Because more is more and less is never enough. And that's a wrap. Thank y'all for coming, but now it is mocktail cocktail hour. Bye.